Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Before AGI podcast. We're diving into a topic that's absolutely exploding right now, how AI is being used to tackle climate change.
It really is amazing to see how AI is becoming such a powerful tool in this fight.
And we've got some really fascinating sources today.
Oh, yeah.
Reports from the UN, insights from the World Economic Forum,
Wow.
even research from the UNFCCC.
It seems like everyone's talking about it.
They are, and all of them are pointing to the incredible potential of AI.
Yeah.
But of course, we also have to acknowledge the challenges. Right?
Of course, every coin has two sides.
Exactly. So that's what makes this deep dive so interesting.
Yeah, AI isn't just a simple solution.
Right. It's a complex tool with both benefits and risks.
Absolutely.
So let's start by exploring how AI is being used right now to combat climate change.
Sounds good.
One area that really stands out is its ability to predict and model climate patterns.
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just about understanding the problem,
Right.
It's about taking action. AI is actually driving solutions across the board.
Wow.
From optimizing energy grids to even supporting disaster relief efforts.
I mean, just imagine like AI helping to improve early warning systems for natural disasters.
Oh, yeah.
Like hurricanes,
floods,
even wildfires.
wildfires, exactly. That would mean people have more time to evacuate,
Yeah.
potentially saving countless lives.
And it really highlights how AI can make a tangible difference in people's lives.
Exactly.
It's not just these big picture solutions, like early warning systems.
Yeah.
AI is being used in some really creative ways
Oh, I'd love to hear about this.
to protect the environment.
Okay.
Have you heard about this group called Tech for Nature?
I have. They're doing some incredible work. They're using AI and blockchain technology together
Wow.
to monitor land and sea
For what?
for threats like illegal logging or poaching.
That's amazing.
It really is fascinating how they're combining these cutting-edge technologies to protect our planet's biodiversity.
Tell me more. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Well, one of their most interesting projects is a device called the Nature Guardian.
Okay.
Basically, it's a small solar-powered device that's equipped with microphones and antennas.
Interesting.
And these sensors can pick up sounds across a really wide area. And then AI is used to analyze those sounds
To do what?
to identify potential threats.
So give me an example.
Okay, so for example, if the Nature Guardian detects the sound of chainsaws in a protected forest, it can actually alert park rangers
Oh, wow.
to potential illegal logging activity.
So it's like having an AI-powered park ranger on patrol 24/7.
Exactly. It's like having ears everywhere.
That's pretty amazing.
And it highlights how AI can be used to monitor these vast areas that would be really difficult or even impossible to patrol using traditional methods.
Yeah.
And it's not just about protecting forests.
Right.
AI is also being used to clean up our oceans.
Boy,
Have you heard about the jellyfish bot?
I haven't. Tell me more.
Well, it's a robot that's designed to mimic the movements of a jellyfish,
Wow.
and it uses those movements to actually collect waste particles in the water.
What?
It's still in the early stages of development, but it has huge potential
To do what?
to be a really effective tool for cleaning up plastic pollution in our oceans.
That's a great example of how AI is being used to solve some of our most pressing environmental problems in really innovative ways.
I agree.
I mean, from predicting natural disasters to protecting wildlife to cleaning up our oceans,
Yeah.
AI is clearly proving to be a valuable tool in the fight against climate change.
Absolutely. And I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Yeah.
As AI technology continues to evolve, we can expect to see even more creative and impactful applications in this field.
So we've seen some of the amazing ways that AI is being used to combat climate change.
Right.
But as with any powerful technology, there are also some potential downsides
Of course.
and ethical considerations, and we'll be sure to delve into those in the next part of our deep dive.
I'm looking forward to that.
But for now, what stands out to you about the potential of AI in addressing climate change?
I think what's most striking to me is just the sheer breadth of applications.
Yeah.
From improving the efficiency of renewable energy sources
Right.
to optimizing agricultural practices.
Yeah.
AI is having a real impact across so many different sectors.
Really, yeah.
It's really showcasing its versatility as a tool for climate action.
I completely agree, and the possibilities seem almost endless.
They do.
And that's what makes this topic so fascinating.
Right.
We're really at the forefront of a technological revolution
It feels that way.
that has the potential to reshape how we approach climate change.
One of the biggest challenges facing humanity.
Exactly. But before we get too carried away with the potential, Let's take a closer look at some of the challenges and concerns surrounding the use of AI for climate action.
Okay.
And that's what we'll be exploring in part 2 of this deep dive.
Don't wait.
So stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Before AGI podcast.
In part 1, we dove into all of these exciting AI-powered solutions for climate change.
Yeah, it's amazing what's happening in the field.
From the Nature Guardian listening for illegal logging to the jellyfish bot cleaning up our oceans.
Incredible.
The possibilities really seem endless.
It does feel like we're on the verge of a major breakthrough.
But like we said, it's not all sunshine and roses.
Yeah, of course.
There are some serious challenges and
Right.
potential downsides to think about.
Absolutely.
One that keeps coming up in our research is the issue of AI's own carbon footprint.
That's a huge one, yeah.
I mean, it seems kind of ironic, right?
It is.
To use AI,
Yeah.
which requires significant energy consumption
Right.
to fight climate change.
Yeah.
I mean, the UN University and the World Economic Forum both highlighted this in their reports.
That's right.
The energy needed to train these complex AI models,
Yeah.
a lot of which comes from fossil fuels,
Right.
actually contributes to the very problem we're trying to solve.
It's a bit of a paradox.
It's like we're taking one step forward and 2 steps back.
Yeah.
But isn't there a push to make AI itself more sustainable?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, what is being done to address this?
There's a growing movement towards what's called green AI,
Okay.
which basically focuses on developing AI systems that are more energy efficient
Okay.
and environmentally friendly.
So how do they do that?
Well, it involves things like creating algorithms that require less computational power
Got it.
and using more efficient hardware.
So it's like finding ways to make the AI engine run more efficiently,
Exactly.
using less fuel.
Yeah, that's a great analogy.
But what about the data centers
Yeah.
where these AI models are trained?
Right.
They consume a huge amount of energy too, right?
They do. That's another key aspect of green AI.
Okay.
Major tech companies like Google and Microsoft
Yeah.
are increasingly transitioning their data centers
It's what?
to run on renewable energy sources.
Oh, wow. Like solar and wind power?
Ex-
That's a really significant step towards minimizing the environmental impact.
It is, yeah.
It's encouraging to see these efforts being made.
It is.
But even with green AI,
Yeah.
there are other ethical challenges we need to consider.
Right.
For example, how can we ensure that the benefits of AI for climate action are shared equitably?
That's a big one.
The UN University raised concerns about this.
Yeah.
The potential for these technologies to actually worsen existing inequality
Makes sense.
between wealthy and developing nations.
Right. Access to these advanced technologies
Yeah.
and the resources needed to utilize them
Right.
is often unevenly distributed.
Yeah.
And developing countries,
Right.
which are often the most vulnerable to the impacts of climate change,
Of course.
may lack the infrastructure and expertise needed to actually benefit from these AI solutions.
It's like having a lifeboat, but it only has room for a select few.
Yeah, it's a powerful analogy.
So what can be done to bridge this gap?
Well, it's a complex challenge. That requires collaboration and a commitment to equitable development.
So give me some specifics. What needs to happen?
Well, things like sharing knowledge and resources,
Okay.
providing technical assistance,
Yeah.
and fostering capacity-building initiatives in developing countries.
It sounds like it's not just about developing the technology.
Right.
It's about making sure it's accessible
Yes.
and beneficial to everyone.
Exactly.
Now, let's go back to some of those specific AI applications we discussed earlier.
Okay.
We talked about the Nature Guardian being used to monitor ecosystems.
Right.
Can you tell me a bit more about how that technology works in the real world?
Well, the Nature Guardian,
Yeah.
developed by the Tech4Nature Partnership,
Okay.
is a fantastic example of AI's potential for environmental monitoring.
And how does it actually work?
While these small solar-powered devices
Yeah.
are placed in remote areas,
Okay.
like forests
Yeah.
or coastal regions,
Right.
where traditional monitoring methods would be really impractical.
Makes sense.
They're equipped with microphones and antennas
Right.
that pick up a wide range of sounds,
Okay.
from the calls of endangered species
Yeah.
to the rumble of chainsaws used in illegal logging.
So it's like having an AI-powered ear in the forest,
Exactly.
constantly listening for any signs of trouble.
That's a great way to put it.
But how does it distinguish between the normal forest sounds
Right.
and potential threats?
Well, that's where the AI comes in.
Okay.
The Nature Guardian is trained to recognize specific sounds that indicate illegal activities,
Oh, like what?
like the distinct sound of a chainsaw or gunshots.
Okay.
And when it detects those sounds, it actually sends an alert to park rangers,
Wow.
giving them real-time information about potential threats.
That's incredible. It's like having an AI-powered detective.
Yeah.
Working around the clock to protect our forests and wildlife.
Exactly.
But what about the data collected by these devices?
Yeah.
How is it managed
That's a great question.
and used?
The data collected by the Nature Guardian is transmitted wirelessly to a central database
Got it.
where it can be analyzed by researchers and conservationists.
Okay, so it can be used to inform better conservation strategies.
Exactly.
So it's not just about catching poachers.
Right.
It's about gathering valuable data to inform better conservation strategies.
Exactly.
And what about the jellyfish bot?
Yes.
How effective is it at actually cleaning up ocean plastic?
Well, the jellyfish bot
Yeah.
was developed by researchers at the Max Planck Institute.
Okay.
And it's a fascinating example of biomimicry in robotics.
Okay.
It actually mimics the movements of real jellyfish,
Wow.
using its soft, pulsating bell to create gentle currents
Wow.
that draw in plastic debris.
What?
The collected plastic is then stored within the robot's body for later disposal.
It's a really clever design.
It is.
But can it handle all types of plastic pollution,
Well, that's a good question.
including microplastics?
Right, because microplastics are notoriously difficult to remove from the ocean.
Yeah.
Current prototype is more effective at collecting larger pieces of plastic debris.
Okay.
However, researchers are working on that.
So there's still work to be done.
Yeah, but it's a promising solution
It is.
with the potential to make a real difference in tackling the plastic pollution crisis.
It is incredible to see how AI is being used to address these pressing environmental challenges
It is.
in such creative ways.
Yeah.
But you mentioned earlier that training these AI models requires a lot of energy.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on that a little bit
Sure.
and explain why it's such a concern for climate change?
Yeah, the process of training large AI models requires immense computational power,
Okay.
which translates into a significant energy demand.
Right.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Training a single large AI model can have the same carbon footprint
Wow.
as 125 flights from New York to Beijing.
Wow. That's a staggering statistic.
It's a lot of CO2 being released into the atmosphere.
It really highlights the need for those green AI initiatives
It does.
to make these processes more sustainable. But beyond just energy consumption,
Yeah.
are there any other potential downsides
Yeah, that's a good question.
to using AI for climate action?
One concern is that relying too heavily on AI solutions
Okay.
might divert attention and resources
From
other important approaches,
like what?
like reducing consumption,
Oh.
promoting sustainable lifestyles,
Right.
and transitioning to renewable energy sources.
So it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
It is.
It's not a silver bullet.
Exactly.
It can be a powerful ally in the fight against climate change.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't overshadow the need for broader systemic change.
It shouldn't. We need a holistic approach.
Yeah.
It combines technological innovation with
Mhm.
social and political action to address the root causes of climate change.
Well, this has been a really eye-opening discussion.
It has.
It's clear that AI has the potential to be a game changer
Yeah.
in our efforts to combat climate change.
Definitely.
But it also comes with its own set of challenges and considerations.
It does.
It's definitely a topic that deserves careful thought and attention as we move forward.
I agree. We need to approach AI for climate action with a balanced perspective,
Yeah.
recognizing both its potential and its limitations.
Right, and it's important to engage in these open and transparent discussions about the ethical implications of these technologies.
Absolutely.
I think that's a great note to end this part of our deep dive on.
Okay.
In part 3, we'll shift our focus to some of the cutting-edge research and innovations happening in the field of AI for climate action.
Sounds good.
We'll delve into the world of sophisticated climate modeling,
Okay.
explore the potential of precision agriculture,
Yeah.
and examine the exciting possibilities of AI-powered energy grids.
Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a fascinating look into the future of AI and sustainability. Welcome back to the Before AGI podcast for the final part of our deep dive into AI and climate change.
It's been a great discussion so far.
We've explored the incredible potential of AI
Yeah.
to address all these environmental challenges. And we've talked about some of the ethical considerations and potential downsides.
Yeah.
In this final part,
Yeah.
we're going to shift our focus to the cutting-edge research
Sounds good.
and innovations that are shaping the future of AI for climate action.
I'm excited for this.
To one area that I find particularly exciting
Yeah.
is AI in climate modeling.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible how AI is helping scientists to understand and predict climate change with a level of detail
Yeah.
that was never before possible.
It's amazing what they're doing with it.
It's like having this AI-powered crystal ball
Right.
that can help us see into the future of our climate.
It's pretty powerful.
So how does AI actually improve these models? What makes it so different from traditional climate modeling?
Well, AI has a couple of key advantages in climate modeling.
Okay.
First of all, it can handle much larger and more complex data sets than traditional models.
Interesting.
So it allows scientists to incorporate more variables
Okay.
and create more detailed simulations.
So it's like having a more powerful engine that can process all this information
Exactly.
much faster and more efficiently.
Yeah, much faster.
So what else makes AI so effective in this field?
Well, another advantage is AI's ability to identify patterns
Okay.
and relationships
Yeah.
within these vast data sets
Right.
that humans might miss.
Okay.
And this helps scientists to understand the complex interactions between different climate factors
Right.
and ultimately improve the accuracy of their predictions.
It's like having an AI detective that can sift through all this data
Right.
and find these hidden clues about how our climate is changing.
Exactly.
But can you give us some specific examples of how AI is being used in climate modeling today?
Sure.
Like what kind of research is happening right now?
Well, there's tons of exciting projects underway.
Okay.
For example, researchers at the American Institute of Physics are using machine learning to improve hurricane modeling.
Hurricane modeling, that's amazing.
It helps them provide more accurate predictions of things like storm intensity and trajectory.
So being able to predict the path
Right.
and strength of a hurricane
Yeah.
with greater accuracy is absolutely crucial for disaster preparedness
Yeah.
and response.
Yeah, it helps communities to be more prepared and potentially save lives and property.
So what other areas of climate modeling are benefiting from AI?
Well, scientists are also using AI to model other extreme weather events like floods
Yep.
and wildfires.
Yeah, those are becoming more and more frequent.
Yeah, and by analyzing historical data and current conditions,
Okay.
AI can help to identify areas that are most at risk
Oh, wow.
and predict the likelihood of these events occurring.
And that helps us to develop early warning systems
Exactly.
and mitigation strategies.
Yeah, it gives us a much better understanding of these really complex weather patterns
It does.
and helps us prepare for those impacts of climate change.
It's not just about prediction and modeling, though. AI is also being used to develop innovative solutions in agriculture,
Absolutely.
a sector that's significantly impacted by climate change.
Yeah, and is also a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions.
Right.
Yeah, so AI is playing a key role in this development of precision agriculture.
So tell me more about that. What is precision agriculture?
It focuses on optimizing farming practices
Okay.
to increase yields
Right.
while minimizing the environmental impact.
So it's about making agriculture more efficient
Yeah,
and more sustainable.
exactly.
So can you give me some examples of how AI is being used in precision agriculture today?
One example is the use of these AI-powered systems
Okay.
that analyze data from all kinds of sources,
Like what?
like sensors, satellites, and drones,
Oh, wow.
to provide farmers with these real-time insights into soil conditions,
Okay.
crop health,
Yeah.
and water needs.
So basically it allows farmers to make smarter decisions
Exactly.
about irrigation, fertilization, and pest control.
Yeah, and by doing that, they can reduce waste and minimize their environmental footprint.
It's like having an AI-powered farm advisor,
It is, yeah.
helping farmers to make these smarter decisions
Right.
that benefit both their crops and the environment.
Absolutely.
Are there any other examples of AI in agriculture that you find particularly interesting?
I am really fascinated by the use of AI in vertical farming.
Oh, tell me about that.
So that involves growing crops in these stacked layers indoors,
Okay.
often in urban environments.
Interesting.
And AI is used to kind of optimize all the growing conditions,
Like what?
lighting, temperature, humidity,
Okay.
and they can monitor plant health and growth.
It sounds like AI is really helping to transform agriculture in innovative ways.
It is. It's amazing to watch it unfold.
But we can't talk about climate change without talking about energy.
Of course not. It's inextricably linked.
We've already discussed how AI can help optimize renewable energy sources,
Right.
but it's also being used to kind of transform the entire energy grid, isn't it? So what are these smart grids? What makes them so smart?
They use sensors,
Okay.
data analytics, and AI algorithms
Okay.
to monitor and manage energy flows in real time
Okay.
so they can balance supply and demand
Yeah.
and integrate renewable energy sources seamlessly.
Wow.
They can even predict
Okay.
and respond to these fluctuations in energy generation and consumption,
Interesting.
ensuring a stable and reliable power supply, even as we transition to more intermittent renewable energy sources.
Like solar and wind.
Exactly. It's like having an AI-powered traffic controller for the energy grid.
I like that. Directing energy where it's needed most.
Yeah.
Keeping everything flowing smoothly.
And beyond just the efficiency and reliability,
Yeah.
there are actually other benefits to these smart grids.
Like what?
They can empower consumers to play a more active role
Okay.
in energy management.
Oh, interesting.
So they provide consumers with real-time information about their energy usage
Okay.
and pricing.
Yeah.
And that can actually incentivize them to shift their energy consumption to off-peak hours,
Oh, that's smart.
which reduces strain on the grid,
Right.
and it helps them save money.
It's a win-win for both the environment
It is.
and consumers' wallets.
Absolutely.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
what are your final thoughts on the role of AI in addressing climate change?
Well, I think it's clear that AI has immense potential to be a game changer in our efforts to combat climate change.
Yep.
From predicting and modeling climate change to developing these innovative solutions in agriculture and energy,
Right.
AI is really providing us with powerful tools and insights.
It really is.
But we have to remember,
Right.
AI is not a magic bullet.
Right.
It's a tool that must be used wisely
Yeah.
and ethically,
Right.
with a clear understanding of its limitations and potential risks.
We have to approach AI for climate action with a balanced perspective,
Absolutely.
recognizing both its incredible potential
Yeah.
and its challenges.
And we need to make sure that the development and deployment of AI technologies
Right.
are guided by principles of sustainability,
Right.
justice,
Yeah.
and equity.
Right. Ensuring that the benefits of AI are shared by all of humanity.
Exactly.
It's going to take a collective effort
It is.
from governments,
Yeah.
businesses,
Yeah.
and individuals.
Let's create a truly sustainable future.
But I'm optimistic
Me too.
that with the power of AI and human ingenuity, we can rise to this challenge.
I agree.
Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible deep dive into the world of AI and climate change.
It was a pleasure being here.
It's been an amazing journey,
It has.
exploring the possibilities and challenges of this transformative technology.
Absolutely. It's a really exciting field.
And be sure to subscribe to the Before AGI podcast for more deep dives
Yes, subscribe.
into the fascinating world of AI.
And don't forget,
Yeah.
if you're interested in learning more about how to build your own AI applications, be sure to check out Ian Ochieng's Ochieng YouTube channel,
Great channel.
Ian Ochieng AI, for amazing tutorials and insights.
Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring the frontiers of AI.